So good morning all of you. This is Mistry sir here. So as we know that is we are studying about semi-solid dosage form, right? That is ointment, right? Our chapter name is semi-solid dosage form, and in which we are discussing the ointment topic, right? So actually, you know that is you have already done some portion, right? So like its advantages, its introduction, then some portion from the classification of emulsion, then ointment basis, right? So before starting the our today's topic, that is classification of ointment basis, let's have a summarize it, right? So that is ointment. We know that semi-solid preparation are applied externally on the surface of our skin, and ointment, these are the preparation, and that used for the mainly used for the as a protective as well as emollient for the skin, right? So as we know that, and our ointment also classified according to their penetration properties and therapeutic uses, right? So you know that it is on the basis of penetration, it is divided into three part, right? Then among them there is also another classification, that is according to their therapeutic use, according to their therapeutic use, right? If our ointment shows antibiotic, then that ointment falls or keep in the antibiotic category. If it is means on the basis of their pharmacological action, in simple language, on the basis of their pharmacological action, the ointment are classified, right? So as there is a 12 kind of ointment and these are classified according to their therapeutic or pharmacological action, right? So this thing also we had done, right? Then our ointment basis, then our ointment basis. So we know that is uh, so as like our emulsion suspension, we know that is there is a use of two kind of phases, right? Two kind of phases, disperse and continuous phase, right? Means or vehicle, right? Also we used vehicle. So in our ointment we need a one kind of vehicle or carrier, means that, and that vehicle ointment bases are act as a vehicle or carrier, because we know that is our whatever the medicament or solid particles, solid medicaments we will used, that will be we incorporated or distributed or emulsified or suspended into the ointment bases. So ointment bases are very important, right? Without ointment base we can't prepare the ointment preparation, right? So as we know that is if suppose we suppose for the preparation of solution there is a use of solvent and solute, right? So solvent are very necessary, very important or very needy part, right, for this solution. Without the solvent we can't make the solution, right? So as similar for the preparation of ointment, the base plays a very important role. Without bases we can't prepare the ointment, so right. So there is a various kind of properties also given, that is ideal properties, and we know that is the various kind of ointment bases are available in market, right? So that's why, and that ointment are should possess the some ideal properties, right? Possess the some ideal properties. So these are the ideal properties we already done, right? So and our whatever the ointment basis we select for the preparation of ointment, that should possess the this kind of all properties, right? But also we saw it that is one single basis, there is a no single basis possess the all above properties, right? Means one single kind of ointment does not possess all this kind of properties. That's why due to this reason there is a suggestion for us to use the more than one type of basis in order to get all kind of properties, right? In order to get all kind of properties. If our combination of ointments has or possess these all properties, that time there is a chances of formation of stable kind of emulsion, right? Stable kind of ointment, right? So these are the ideal properties. Then afterward, that is the classification of ointment bases. So this is our today's topic, that is the classification of ointment bases. As I said, that is the various kind of ointments are available in market, and that ointment are classified on the basis of some category, on the basis of them some their category. So there is a four kind of ointment, that is the main category of ointment bases, right? Main category of ointment bases. So don't confuse with these ointment and ointment bases. These are the two thing, right? Ointment is our preparation, right? Dosage form. Ointment is our dosage form, but ointment basis is the part of our ointment, so don't get confused with this ointment and ointment basis. So as already we have done the classification of ointment, only ointment, not a base. But in today's lecture we are discussing the classification of ointment bases. So there is a four kind of ointment bases, that is the oleogenous basis, absorption basis, emulsion basis, water soluble basis, right? So oleogenous basis, so it is the first form, right? And that oleogenous basis also categorized with a different subcategory, right? So oligogenous basis, so simply it is a water soluble hydrocarbon, vegetable oil, animal fat or waxes, and it's a constituent of a hydrocarbon bases are soft paraffin and liquid paraffin, right? So constituent of our composition of our hydrocarbon are soft paraffin and liquid paraffin, right? So already this portion also we have done, right? So this is the our one petrolactam, that is soft paraffin, example of our oleogenous basis, right? Oleogenous basis. So let's see. So this is our today's topic, right? That is petroleum, classification of ointment base from the oleogenous basis, that is petrolactam, right? Not a petroleum, it is a petrolactam. So soft paraffin, right? Soft paraffin. So soft paraffin or petrolactam, it is a purified mixture of semi-solid hydrocarbon obtained from the petroleum, right? So what is the paraffin? Soft paraffin, that is a mixture of semi-solid hydrocarbon, right? Semi-solid hydrocarbon. Paraffin or petrolactam, soft paraffin or petrolactam, it is a mixture of purified mixture of don't forget this word, that is purified mixture of semi-solid hydrocarbon, and that obtained from the petrolactam. So petrolactam, it is a liquid form, right? Liquid mixture, right? Actually petrolactam, it is a liquid mixture, and it is obtained from the rock. By the extraction process, right? By the extraction process we can obtain the petrolactam. So petrolactam, it is a mixture of liquid mixture, right? Liquid mixture of hydrocarbon. So soft paraffin are also categorized into two parts. That is a yellow soft paraffin and white soft paraffin. So this is a type are given in the soft paraffin, that is a yellow soft paraffin as well as white soft paraffin. So this is the type soft paraffin, right? This soft paraffin, that is the oleogenous basis, and this basis also classified or categorized into two forms, that is yellow soft paraffin and white soft paraffin, right? Yellow soft paraffin and white soft paraffin, you should remember this name, right? This is very important, and these bases are available in this form also available in our practical also, right? Or lab. During our practical we will use this kind of basis, right? So you should remember this name. Then white soft paraffin is prepared by a bleaching yellow paraffin. So the white paraffin is does not exist itself, right? Because that white soft paraffin are prepared by bleaching the yellow soft paraffin. yellow soft paraffin, right? We can say that is white soft paraffin does not exist, and white soft paraffin are prepared or formulated by the yellow soft paraffin, or obtained from the yellow soft paraffin by the bleaching process. As I said, that is a petrolactam is a liquid mixture of hydrocarbon, and that petroleum are obtained from the extraction of rock, right? So similarly, we can we will get a soft paraffin from the yellow soft paraffin, right? Yellow soft paraffin, and by the process, that is a bleaching. So bleaching is one kind of process, right? Bleaching is one kind of process. So by the bleaching of our yellow soft paraffin, we obtain the white soft paraffin, right? The both this paraffin have a melting point 38 to 56 degrees centigrade. So there is a some specific or constant form temperature are given, that is MP means the melting point, right? Means our soft paraffin or petrolactam has a melting point that is a 38 to 56 degrees centigrade. So you should remember this melting point, right? Means we know that is the bases are available in the semi solid form, sorry, not a semi solid form, is either the available in the solid form, right? Our soft paraffin is a physically it is a solid form, available in solid form, right? And it and after providing the heat, it become a liquid, right? And this is the melting point, means in this degree centigrade, or whatever the soft paraffin which is present in the solid form, that become a liquid, right? That become or start to converting the liquid, right? That is a 38 to 56 degree. This is the melting point of our soft paraffin, that is a yellow soft paraffin or white soft paraffin. Then for colorless and white medicament, white soft paraffin are used, right? So there is a, we know that is the there is a two kind of paraffin are given, that is yellow and soft, right? But and that white soft paraffin are obtained from the yellow soft paraffin, right? Yellow soft paraffin. So when and where the white soft paraffin are used, white soft paraffin are used, that is the, if suppose our medicament is a white, right? Means colorless. Our medicament, whatever the medicament we select for the preparation of ointment, that particular medicament are suppose colorless or white, means physically that's it has a colorless or white color, right? So during that time, there is suggestion for selection of the white soft paraffin. If you are going to select a soft paraffin, that time there is a specifically instruction are given, that is white soft paraffin are used for the white or colorless medicament. Otherwise what happened, yellow soft paraffin, why it is name yellow? Because its color shows it appearance look like a yellow color, right? Means it has a yellow color, that's why it's called the yellow soft paraffin. And white soft paraffin, because it has a white color, that's why it's called white soft paraffin. So this reason, for the colorless or white soft paraffin, there is suggestion for using the white soft paraffin, right? White soft paraffin, because it has a no color, and due to this no color, whatever the medicament we will use, that easily mix up with the white soft paraffin, right? And then we will get a transparent or homogeneous ointment, right? Transparent kind of ointment, means then white soft paraffin not added to the ophthalmic preparation. So there is a one caution are given for us, that is there is a avoiding to add the white soft paraffin into the ophthalmic preparation, right? Into the ophthalmic preparation. So we know that is a ophthalmic ointment also are available in market, right? Is or market, or we are also already learn it, right? That is ophthalmic means whatever the ointment that applied on the eye or administered on the eye, right? That is, so there is a one caution are given, that is if we are going to prepare a ophthalmic ointment, right? That time there is a avoiding to add of white soft paraffin, right? Because it contains small traces of bleaching agent, so may cause the irritation. And we know that is a white soft paraffin are obtained from the yellow soft paraffin by the bleaching process, right? And bleaching